April, thank you so much for taking a minute to sit down. If you could just start by letting us know a little bit about yourself, the organization, that'd be great.
Sure. Thank you for having me, Robert. I appreciate all your
Yeah.
time. My name is April Hajovsky. I am the CEO president of Apogee Consulting Group. We've been with Connex for about 5 years or so, and great relationship. So we really appreciate the partnership for the last few years as well.
Yeah. Healthcare obviously is challenging, and you started at one of the most challenging times with COVID. Um, Outside of the obvious, when you're looking how challenging it was to identify new business, then what did you see in Connex when we originally became partners?
When we originally became partners, I didn't know exactly what I was stepping into because, as you mentioned, COVID, trying to get in front of new prospects and new, clientele was a very, very difficult time um, because you couldn't go in person anymore, right?
Yeah.
So really help a collaborative, partnership and digging into the backgrounds of our prospects that we wanted to get in front of. The discovery of our products really helped. That really go into deep um collaboration with their partners and with their suppliers about how can we benefit both of us versus just, hey, come on as a supplier, we love to have you, just fill the room. So really appreciate the true friendship and relationship that y'all have provided over the years as
Yeah,
well.
thank you. Yeah, no, look, it's we're really grateful for the years of investment. And I know at the beginning, part of it was around, like you talked about, that messaging. How are we going to separate you? It's just such a crowded space.
Right.
Maybe you could talk about the hit on collaboration, right? The collaboration around that messaging, what that was like.
Right. So digging into prospects when, Cisco or another partner had reached out saying, hey, this is who we're thinking about. What do you think about this? And are we relaying that correct message to this prospect to see if they can benefit from relationships? So really detailing, hey, this is, the prospect, this is what they're going through and their issues. And do you think Apogee can help, alleviate that that issue, or support their staff in that organization to increase revenue or mitigate the issues they have at hand? So, and then again, on the other side of Apogee, what are the solutions that we bring into, and really providing a truthful, hey, I don't know if this will work or this is not a good prospect for you, and just really being upfront versus just, hey, let's have a meeting, let's see how it goes, right?
Right.
So hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it absolutely makes sense. It's one of the biggest challenges, we get back to all the challenges, is having that business intelligence and really understanding both sides.
Mhm.
So it's not just a knock on a door, but we're candidly already in the room because we've got the relationship, and once we understand how to position you as set against the competition,
Mhm.
um, that's where it starts. And it's a great starting point, but it's a difficult place to get to.
Mhm.
We had an interview like this years ago with one of our partners who sat down with a CFO in a cab as they were leaving, and said, "Hey, how would I meet you if it wasn't through Connex?" And he said,
Right.
"No, you wouldn't."
Right.
So now cut to where we're at today. These are longer sales cycles. Maybe we can talk about some of the things that you're working through right now as far as deals, because candidly, we're in the deals business, and we're here to help
Exactly.
you
Exactly.
get those deals.
Exactly. The healthcare is not the easiest and shortest sales cycle,
Right.
um, or contract cycle for that matter, pre-COVID or post-COVID, either way. But um, we closed, a couple deals so far, and thankfully through Connex, we have met the prospects, built those relationships with people, that come year after year to each of those meetings as well. And so just it's the, hey, I see you, at these conferences and these meetings. So we get to build that relationship over and over again until something kind of comes into fruition. Sometimes it's, different levels that are not present here that we have to relay that message to, or that director or CFO needs to relay that message to, saying, hey, I need this vendor over here, but it's not the correct time. How about next fiscal year? So just keeping in touch with those specific people, And then when the time comes, we're ready, right? Because we've seen them here at Connex over and over again and build that relationship and then connect and just, keep following up with them. And eventually turns into some kind of contract or friendship, or if they leave the organization, they still have that, we still have that relationship. So, yes, deals are coming through. It does take a little bit longer than regular, sales. It's not on the spot. It takes different levels of going through legal directors, CFOs and CEOs approvals, but eventually everything kind of comes to fruition, and it's a great thing. Just closing the deals with Connex, and y'all are very involved from beginning to end, and we really appreciate that too. So it's well worth it, and it's always fun. It's a relationship building business, really. So I really appreciate that too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You think about what you talked about from the beginning, building the relationship all the way to the end, and some of those meetings, well, actually majority of them now are coming virtually, and then you get to meet them when you're here at Connexion. And I think that's sort of a differentiator for us as well, is that we look at Connexion as relationship building and follow through. Sure, you have some original referrals for the first time meeting people, but then also getting to meet people that have been in your pipeline for a little while. And I know that's been your experience. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And just finally putting a face to a name and not just a screen. So it's great to just shake their hand or give them a hug, because you've been talking to them on and off through, weeks or months.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, April, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. We're grateful for your relationship and looking forward to many more years.
You too. Thank you so much, Robert.